JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, wanted man in custody after gun and ammunition seized in Old Harbour. Lawmen assigned to the St. Catharines South Division arrested a wanted man during an operation in Bamboo Ridge, Barton's district in St. Catherine on Saturday. One gun was also reportedly found in his possession. Reports from the Old Harbour police are that at about 10:40 p.m., a motor vehicle was stopped in the area when the suspect alighted from the vehicle and surrendered. The man was searched, and a 9mm Glock 19 pistol, along with a magazine containing 3 9mm rounds of ammunition, was found in his waistband. He was taken into custody. His identity has been withheld at this time. Gun and ammunition found at cemetery in Irishtown, St. Andrew. A gun and 4 rounds of ammunition were found during an operation in Woodford District, Irishtown in St. Andrew on Sunday. Reports from the Harbour police are that about 4:30 p.m., a team of officers conducting an operation in the area found the weapon, 1 revolver, 2 9mm cartridges, 1.38 special cartridge, and 1.44 cartridge at a cemetery. No one was arrested. Investigation continues. Trelawney businessman robbed by fake cops. A probe has been launched after men pretending to be police officers robbed a householder of almost $1 million at Hammersmith District in Bounty Hall, Trelawney last week. The robbery was reportedly committed at the house of a businessman from the community, the police said. Information received is that around 6:50 p.m., the businessman was at home when a white Toyota Vauxhall drove up. It was reported that 4 men, armed with handguns and a rifle, alighted and identified themselves as policemen. The men, it is understood, requested a search of the businessman and found $300,000 in his pocket. They took the money. The alleged lawmen proceeded into the businessman's house, where they searched and found a safe which contained about $500,000. They instructed him to open it, and he complied. The men took all the money, left in the said motor vehicle, and made good their escape. The businessman later reported the matter, and a probe was launched. 15 left homeless after gunmen reportedly set fire to homes in Portmore Villa. More than 15 people, including children, were left homeless as a result of a fire in Portmore Villa, St. Catherine on Sunday, July 30. The fire is believed to be the work of arsonists. According to the Portmore Criminal Investigations Branch, the victims were awoken by several men, some of whom were reportedly armed with rifles and handguns. The hoodlums allegedly kicked open the door to the victims' dwellings and took away their cell phones. The gunmen then reportedly poured a substance believed to be gasoline inside the dwellings before setting all 8 bedrooms on fire. The police and fire department were alerted, and on their arrival, 3 premises were seen engulfed in flames. Cooling down operations were conducted. However, the estimated damage is not yet ascertained. No injuries were reported. The assailants managed to escape, but the police have vowed to increase their presence in the area. The police will be increasing their presence in the area, and we ask all law-abiding citizens to cooperate with the joint military operatives. The St. Catherine South Police will not relent in their efforts and will continue to conduct operations to reduce the opportunities for criminals to commit crimes, said Superintendent of Police Upton Nicholson, acting divisional commander for the St. Catherine South Division. In the meantime, investigators are appealing to anyone with information. Investigators are appealing to anyone with information that can assist them with identifying these men to contact them at 876-949-8403, Police 119 emergency number, Crime Stopper 311, or the nearest police station. Sales rep facing murder charge after allegedly attempting to cover up killing. A 35-year-old St. Andrew sales representative has been charged on allegations of renting his car for the purpose of a murder and repairing the vehicle to cover up the crime. Kevin Martin, who is from Jonestown, was charged on Saturday with murder, accessory before the fact, and accessory after the fact. The charges are in relation to the fatal shooting of 25-year-old Stephen Bryan of Malvern Avenue, Kingston, who was gunned down on Blake Road in St. Andrew on Wednesday, June 21. Reports from the Central Police are that about 12:40 p.m., Martin rented his Honda Fit motor car to a man who used said vehicle in the commission of the murder of Bryan. It is alleged that Martin subsequently repaired several damages to the vehicle, including covering up bullet holes. As the investigation unraveled, Martin was arrested on Saturday, July 22, and charged. Its court date is being finalized. Little London residents appeal for cattle farmers to secure animals after a camp diving crash. Residents in Little London, Westmoreland, are appealing for cattle farmers to secure their animals following 3 crashes, one of them fatal, on the Mango Hill Main Road. The crashes occurred in the space of a week and involved a car and 2 motorcycles. The latest incident occurred about 8:15 Sunday night when Constable Tajay Ebanks, who was driving a motorcycle, collided with a cow. Constable Ebanks was attached to the Westmoreland Police Division's Traffic Department, was pronounced dead at hospital. It's understood that the cop had been working at the Wet and Wild party in Negril and was on his way to Savlamore with the hope of returning to Negril for another party where he was assigned to continue working for the night. "Me a irks, and when people me see cow inna the road and a man, and me run come out," said a resident. About an hour after the crash, one butcher from the community said he had begun severing the animal to salvage some of the meat, which he claimed was still fit for consumption since not much time had passed. Despite its usefulness to him and maybe some others, all the residents are concerned about the number of animals roaming these streets at night. The cow them a create a lot of damage, me nah lie. And if we don't catch them a go see a thief we thief them, another resident lamented. Top boy Aaron Waugh ready for grant opportunities at Campion. When Aaron Waugh, 11-year-old graduate of Jesse Paul Primary School, was told he was the top performing boy for the 2023 sitting of the Primary Exit Profile PEP examinations, he was overjoyed. He and the top girl, Shannon Elise Barrett, of Kensington Primary School in St. Catherine, were on Saturday announced among the list of 32 PEP students to receive government scholarships this year. Both students were placed at Campion College and have been awarded the Guardian Group Foundation Scholarship. Aaron said he studied very hard and went to a lot of extra PEP lessons during each day of the week, and now he has seen the silver lining and the fruit of his labor. It was a very hard process, he said yesterday, noting that he was relieved when he was told some weeks ago that he had been placed at Campion College. "I felt accomplished and I felt like it was really worth it," Aaron said. He is now looking forward to the different activities he has heard are available at Campion College, the new faces he will meet, and the grant opportunities the school has been well known in St. Andrew for providing its students. He is also excited to be going to the same secondary level school his older brother, third former Abram, now attends. "Yes, set this mark for me to follow. I feel like I'm following it very well, and I'm living up to the expectations of the Waugh family," Aaron said. His mother, Anise Waugh, beamed with even more joy than her son on Sunday while speaking during the interview. She said it was a strong faith her son has in God that made him confident enough to know that he could be victorious in the end and receive the desires of his heart. Faith and works, because the Bible talks about faith without work is dead, so we put in a lot of effort and we pray and we had faith, she said. She then explained why she was overjoyed about her son being the top performing boy in PEP for this year. "We were aiming for the government scholarship, but this stops it all. He exceeded our expectations," said his mother, a scientist and assistant lecturer who is pursuing a PhD in physiology at the University of the West Indies, UWI Mona. Mrs. Waugh said that Aaron's brother previously received a top award in Kingston and Aaron was challenged to do better. They used to have a friendly rivalry, and we used to say, if you're going to outshine your brother, you'll have to do better than that. Now, Aaron has done just that. His mother noted that her husband, Garland Waugh, is also proud of his son. Aaron, whose favorite football club is Manchester City, said he hopes to become both a footballer and an entrepreneur. "I really enjoy the sport, football. I just have a connection to it. An entrepreneur because I like business. I like to be a leader in some way," he said. Buchanan resigns as PNP Human Rights Chairman after crude remarks about DPP. Chairman of the People's National Party Human Rights Commission, Isaac Buchanan, has resigned following sexually explicit comments he made about Director of Public Prosecutions, DP Paul Llewellyn, in a recent interview with a blogger on YouTube. He believes that resigning is in the party's best interest, as remarks in question do not reflect the values of the People's National Party, the PNP said in a release. Gender Affairs Minister Olivia Grange had earlier called on PNP President Mark Golding to immediately fire Buchanan over what she called misogynistic, crude, nasty, sexist, low and disgraceful language in reference to the country's chief prosecutor. She also urged the disciplinary committee of the General Legal Counsel to immediately probe Buchanan over the comments which she said he made under the guise of quoting his client, incarcerated dancehall star Vybz Kartel. In an interview with a blogger, Buchanan quoted a sexually explicit lyric by Cartel in reference to Llewellyn. A video clip of the remark has gone viral online. Since last week, there's been a political brouhaha of the move by the government to amend the constitution to increase the retirement age of the DPP and the Auditor General from 60 to 65 years. Despite objections from opposition members of parliament and senators, the government used its superior numbers in the parliament to pass the legislation. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.